All right, my friends, my name is Jack Billings, CEO and founder of Shed Knives, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I mill out blanks on my Tormach 770M. I'm going to take you guys through literally turning the machine on to unbolting finished knife blanks from this machine. So without further ado, let's get into it. Step number one, we're going to turn this thing on. You're going to hear a few different noises. That's really just the machine turning on. So hit the red button and everything turns on. Next, we're going to let this computer fire up here. And then once that's ready, we're just going to basically sight everything in, hit 3 buttons, and you'll see the machine move around. And basically, for all of you non-CNC people out there, that's just letting the machine know, hey, here's my far left, here's my far right, here's my far front, back, top, bottom, and that's it. So let's go ahead and look at the computer here. I'm gonna turn this emergency stop, reset, and then we're just gonna reference right there, reference the Y, reference the Z. So let me show you guys this. Here we go. You can kind of see everything slowly moving. And then we're going to bring this to a spot called G30. And G30 is basically our home position. And you can set this to different places. So let's go G30. And today we're milling the US Tonto. So I have my US Tonto block in. However, this is for the US Tonto scales, but we're not doing scales today. We're doing knife blanks, which means this needs to be put in the right spot. But before we do that, I need to drill holes in these pieces of metal. So as you can see, this says US Tonto on there, and there's 3 pieces today. We'll get 2 knives per piece, so 6 knives total. So basically we're going to drill the holes in these. After those holes are drilled, we're then going to put this on the machine for milling. So let's get this set up for the holes drilling. Okay guys, so at this point I'm going to, actually, before I even tell you that, this is like the farthest I've had the camera in forever. Oh my goodness, I'm enjoying the new shop. So, okay, back to the core subject of the video here. So, as you saw, I just put in the new drill bit. So I'm gonna update this here. This is my tool 3. This is my 1/4 inch rapid drill end mill right here. So tool number 3, just gonna key that into the computer, and then we're gonna set our Z, Y, X, etc. axes. Just basically tell the machine, hey, here's the corner of our material. Don't drill any holes past that, basically. So let's go ahead and do that now. This big gray thing right there, this is basically our drill bit. So wherever you see this thing move, that is where the drill bit is. And then this blue, green, and red thing, this is called our WCS point. And this is basically the corner of our material. So imagine we have our piece of steel and it's like that. So this is telling us, should it be more like this, but you know what I mean. It's telling us this is our Y, this is our X, this is our Z. So that is in somewhat of a correct position. So I'm just gonna go over here to the machine and let's go ahead and set this thing up. So gonna move our X, then move our Y, then our Z. And this is where it gets a little specific now because we need to make sure everything is 100%. So let's go ahead and dial this thing in. Now I just gotta say I'm doing something a little bit risky, and that is showing you guys the exact files. I've never seen another knife company to show off the exact files I'm using, or really that they're using. So I guess this is gonna be a first for everybody. And Yes, there's individual knife makers who show off their files and all that stuff, but that doesn't really matter because they're doing like 4 knives a year. We're here at Shed Knives competing with the big dogs, Tops, Essie, that crew. So this is definitely something most people don't see, but I'm willing to show you. This little gray spot down here, that is where our drill bit is currently, and it's right on our XYZ or WCS point, work coordinate system point. So now all I'm going to do here, we have our blank file. I'm going to go into my Tonto holes file, and this is what we're going to run. So basically I'm going to find the 4 outermost holes. So we're at the first one here, then we have number 2, so number 2, number 3, number 4. And I'm going to make sure all of these holes are within that plate of steel, so that way we don't break a bit by having the bit, which actually let me just show you here. We'll use this can. Imagine this is our drill bit, okay? The drill bit is trying to drill a hole in the center. If the drill bit is on the side, there's a possibility that it could break the drill bit. Or if it's over here, it can mess stuff up. So we want to make sure it's in the right space on the steel. So let's do that. And since we have the general idea down and we know it's not going to really hit anything, I'm just going to take this point right here, my X and Y, and I'm going to tell the machine to go directly to that spot. Also, I got to make sure that everything is centered as well, so that way the knives don't get cut off, which has happened before. So let's go there now. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to go to the top right hole. So let's get that. And I'm just typing in G0, which means go as fast as possible, and then the coordinate. So let's head it over here now. Perfect, that's still on the material. And then we'll do our last one right here. So G0 again, and then boom, right there. So what I'm going to do with this, I am going to slide my file over, and let's see if we're at 209 millimeters right now. I'm going to slide this over, step this up to, let's see what 219 gets us. So yeah, I'll slide this over 10 millimeters. I'm going to go G0, X0, Y0. There we go. We're just going to slide our X over 10. There we go. Okay guys, so it looks like we are all dialed in and we're ready to do this drilling. Now I gotta say, the one thing about CNC is that it takes a while to set up, where if you're doing like dozens and dozens of pieces, it makes a ton of sense. But for this video, I'm just doing these 3 pieces for the holes and then the 6 knives. So sure, wow, dropping stuff. So sure, it's a lot of setup, but I gotta say, when the camera isn't rolling and I'm just flowing through things, it's a whole lot faster. So now let's do some drilling. And all I'm gonna do at this point, guys, is just verify that, yup, this plate looks good. And yup, this plate looks good. So we're gonna continue drilling. Alright guys, so at this point I've now mounted in my plate. I've put my bolts into those holes that I've drilled, and I have set my WCS point to this hole right here. So I saved you guys some time by just doing that, since you already saw what happened with the plate drilling. So just same thing, different file. So anyways, now it is time to mill. We have our tool 1 in right now. Our computer says tool 1 as well, and I'm missing part of my thumb. First step requires tool 4, so we're going to go ahead and put in tool 4 now. So tool 1 comes out, tool 4 goes in, and then immediately we go to the computer and put in tool 4. That's just a good habit to get into. Now that's in, we're gonna close the doors, and I just put this here because my doors like to slide open, and then we're gonna hit cycle start. As you can see, guys, we have some beautiful knife blanks right there. The 2025 Shed Knives US Tonto. And man, these things, they look fantastic. So let's get these unbolted and take a look. Okay guys, so here we are with the 2025 Shed Knives US Tonto. This blade came out pretty nice. As you can see, precision, CNC milled, and they come out perfect every single time. So if you guys like knives and knife videos like this, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe for more knife videos. If you like this 2025 Shed Knives US Tonto, go ahead, check it out online at the link in the description, or you can just go to shedknives.com to check out the full 2025 Shed Knives collection. Anyways, my name is Jack, I make knives, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.